You know, we all enjoy our shonen. We all enjoy the meathead fights. We enjoy the magic. We enjoy the adventures. We enjoy some of the seinen, the more adult stuff, the shoujo, the romance, the comedy. But sometimes we need to dip into some guilty pleasures, some more spicy anime and manga, if you will. Some guilty pleasures. And with that, I've been thinking of doing a few videos, and basically it's on the more ecchi side of things when it comes to manga. And the one I wanted to do for this video here, just to start, is a series called Mato Sehei No Slave. Right? Now, this series is by the mangaka Takahiro. And Takahiro is the same person that wrote the series, created the series Akame Ga Kill. Now, for those who haven't seen Akame Ga Kill, great series. If you kind of compare the art, it's definitely very similar, especially with the main female character, Kyoka, and then the other female character in Akame Ga Kill, which she was kind of the main villain, Esdeath. A lot of similarities there, but this is a series that is very interesting, very spicy. It combines a lot of ecchi elements, but still kind of has a story, a decent story, I would say. Interesting enough characters, and it also provides a lot of fight scenes, which is pretty cool. Because, let's be honest, when you're reading some of the more intense stuff, story-driven, shonen, seinen, shoujo, whatever you're reading, sometimes, like I said, these guilty pleasures, you're not expecting much. You just want something to enjoy, read, and turn your brain off, right? So, let's get into a little synopsis here from the wiki, just to kind of give you an idea of what this is about, right? A demon-filled dimension known as Mato has opened, and the type of peach tree that grows there yields fruit that confers special powers to those who eat it, giving humanity a fighting chance. Right? And within the world of Mato, there are these monsters called Shuki, right? Now, the caveat to all this is these peaches that give powers, they only work for women. So, as such, the protectors of humanity are basically women. They rise in the social status while men are relegated to second-class citizens, scrapping for basic occupation and acknowledgement. This is where our main character comes in, Yuki Wakura, a domestically crafty high school senior whose sister was taken during a Mato event 5 years before. Now, while going through hardship and lamenting on his past, he's got a whole life ahead of him, basically. And an event opens up before him, and while being rescued from the demons by Captain Kyoka of the Anti-Demon Corps, she confers him powers as her slave and turns him into a mighty beast mount that mows down monsters. However, there's a surprising price to pay for being a slave. And that's kind of the gist of it, guys. There's a whole nother demon world called Mato. There's these peaches that give power, kind of like Devil Fruit in One Piece, right? And the only one that can get powers from these peaches are women. And so in that Mato world, they have this thing called the Anti-Demon Corps, and that's where all of these women who have these powers basically fight to protect humanity. So, just getting into it, it really starts off with the main captain, Kyoka, of the 7th Division of the Anti-Demon Corps, and Yuki. When they meet, she actually makes him his slave. And once that happens, he basically turns into a version of the Shuki, and he becomes this monster, right? And like it kind of said at the end of the synopsis is, once she uses those powers, there's a price to pay. And that price to pay is essentially a reward. Now, to everybody reading, it's a pretty good price to pay. It's nothing bad. It's definitely a spicy reward. And these rewards, they all vary, but it all depends on how much stress is put on Yuki, our main character, what he's been through, how long the powers are being used. And it can vary from a hug, it's varied from a kiss, it can vary from massaging him, depending on how intense whatever is going on, is the more intense the reward, to the point where it could get a little bit more intimate, spicy, whatever you want to call it, right? And I mean, that's really the gist of it. And then the second half of it is her power to lend Yuki to her other squad members. And you kind of get to see this throughout the manga. As he meets the other squad members, they kind of delve into their past, what they've been through, why they're fighting, why they got their powers, and he also lends himself to them, which is another power that they figure out. And his beast form actually changes depending on who's riding him, right? And every single time, whoever he lends his power to, they all have to give him a reward. And so you can just imagine him being the only male character in all of the anti-demon corps, and each squad has maybe about 5 or 6 group members, and that's depending, there could be more, but about 5 or 6 group members. So you can imagine how far they take this with him being in this harem type situation for the most part. And it just gets into a slightly more deeper plot that's actually pretty good for the type of ecchi manga it is. And there's some decent characters. There's maybe 1 or 2 twists as you kind of get into the series, but it's something pretty enjoyable. Again, it's not anything serious. It's definitely a kind of turn your brain off. I'm here for the art. I'm here for the good-looking female characters. I'm here for the waifus. Really not much else. So this series is definitely something special, and I would highly, highly recommend this to anybody that's looking for a guilty pleasure manga to pick up. Trust me, it's about, as of recording of this video, it's about 59 chapters in right now, and honestly, it's on the Shonen Jump Plus. It's pretty good. I would give it, out of 10, probably an 8. It really hasn't disappointed me. It gives you exactly what you want when you want it, and there's no feeding around the bush like some other series do. Like, say you got the main character who's a virgin, or he's kind of waiting it out for the, whether it be the perfect person, or he's just too nervous, and it kind of blue balls you until maybe the middle of the series or the end of the series. But this kind of gets straight to the point, and honestly, it's got a lot of unique waifus, a lot of unique female characters. And Yuki is pretty cool himself. He's not, weird or just super shy. He's pretty determined, and he's a hard worker, which you kind of find out in the manga. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this, and it's a great, great series to just keep up with every now and again, and, have as a guilty pleasure. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. My name is JetXC. Please like and subscribe, and you'll definitely be seeing more of these type of videos, man. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you do. Type in the comments. Thanks.